It's young Izzy in the so I'm about my money, ain't no switch. Only care about the shit I can't control, I ain't no bitch. Always been with the inside, that's why you see me getting rich. Focus on your paper, why you always worry about a kid? Fucking all these hoes, bitch, turn around, cause I don't do no missionary. Gossiping to bitches by young Izzy, that shit super scary. Are you okay? I see you jealous, I'm a star like Terry. Stopping all this energy, I started like a parrot. R.I.P. to Prima, promise that I'll make you proud. When they young and coming through, I'ma shut it down. If you don't believe me, then just watch the crowd. Shotty naked, bustin' that shit up on the ground. She a little freako, only for amigos. She gon' take it in so deep, I know she a thief though. It's young Izzy in the so I'm about my money, ain't no switch. Only care about the shit I can't control, I ain't no bitch. Always been with the inside, that's why you see me getting rich. Focus on your paper, why you always worry about a kid? Fucking all these hoes, bitch, turn around, cause I don't do no missionary. Gossiping to bitches by young Izzy, that shit super scary. Are you okay? I see you jealous, I'm a star like Terry. Stopping all this energy, I started like a parrot. R.I.P. to Prima, promise that I'll make you proud. When they young and coming through, I'ma shut it down. If you don't believe me, then just watch the crowd. Shotty naked, bustin' that shit up on the ground. She a little freako, only for amigos. She gon' take it in so deep, I know she a thief though.
What's going on? What's up with everybody? I see y'all in the building. What's happening? It's your boy All Star Izzy. What's good though? Giovanni, Boxing, Jared, Soren, Twin. What's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Let's have a conversation though. What's going on? Salute to everybody. We are in the building, and as you see, certified. How y'all feeling with the background though? This shit tight. Shout out to Boxing. He did the intro. If you want to get some intros done by Boxing, make sure you hit him up ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that's in the building. You see, we are here right now. You got the logo in the corner. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a live reaction today. I'm not gonna be on here for too long. This is something that I've been wanting to do, and might as well just do it because why not? You know what I'm saying? Get this shit going. Great to see everybody. It's your boy. It's your host, All Star Izzy. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and guess what? Be a part of this lifestyle if you like. You know what I mean? The choice is yours. But again, like I said, we're gonna be doing a live reaction to something that I wanted to speak on because not only are you guys always hearing me about how the dating scene is fucked up, how things are messed up, and how men and women are playing a power play, and how people think the game is the game, but they got the game fucked up. And I scrolled across a couple of videos and I was really glad to see that there were some ladies talking about the things that I've been talking about. And of course, you already know there's a lot of people that rather listen to guys, rather listen to women versus listening to guys whenever we give a, our own point or the point that's correct. So we're gonna be covering this thing. I'm gonna have two videos playing for us today, but it's great to see everybody. Welcome in. This is All Star Izzy, your host, and we're gonna be having a conversation. Remember, we speak on love, dating, relationships, confidence, it factor, how to be a star, when to be a star, and all that and above. Okay, we don't come here to speak politics, religion, anything going like that going forward. This is something that I want to do for y'all because, of course, I'm not going to be on here for too long. But this is only reinforcing the things that I say. So let's go ahead without further ado and let's check these things out, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's up, though? What's up, man? Give me one moment. Hold on, let me get to this thing. I'm figuring out how to do this at the same time, so it's pretty dope. All right, give me 1 second. Let's do this shit. So this is me doing this shit in real time. It's kind of late though. Hold on, let's go.
And another reason the dating scheme looks the way it does is because a lot of people are running for themselves. I was sitting here and I was thinking, like, why don't the people that want casual relationships, they just want to sleep together with no ties, no relationship, just that's all they want to do together? Why don't they just do that with each other? Why don't they just find each other and do that peacefully? Live in peace. You don't got to hurt nobody's feelings. You don't got to deceive anybody. You don't got to do none of that. But then I realized, first off, a lot of them take pleasure in the deception. A lot of them take pleasure in playing the game. A lot of them take pleasure in playing the person. It's a power play. But then also running from themselves. Because if you meet somebody who wants the same thing and you're kind of like, what the fuck? Like, You don't want nothing more. You get a little disgusted. That's a reflection of how you feel about yourself because you want the same thing. And within this group of people, there's another group of people who don't even really take pleasure in the sleeping together, that part. It's really more so of the power play. And that's like the highest form of which you can achieve power in that sense, right? You're getting somebody to strip entirely, not physically, but mentally, emotionally. You're getting to know them. You're making them like let down all their walls. And you're kind of just like, how that was cool. Look at me, I'm that dude. Look at me, I'm that girl. Look what I lit. Like you know what I'm saying? It's a huge power play, and it's so unfair is an understatement. You're really holding them back from going after the things that they really want. Like you holding up the line type of thing. And it really just goes to show that most of the issues that we face interpersonally and the way that we socialize and the way that we interact with each other and the wrongness that we do onto each other is because way too many people are scared of the mirror.
All right, let me know if you guys heard that correctly. Let me know. Were you guys able to hear that? Me and my coffee. Oh no, it's my water. I don't drink coffee. Let me know if you guys were able to hear that video. Let me know in the chat really quickly before I go ahead and talk about it. She made some really good points that I like to hear. Great to see everybody. Welcome in. It's your host, All Star Izzy. Hit the like button and subscribe. We're having a good conversation, doing something new. Reacting to these videos. What's up with it? Yes, sir. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, bet. Say less. Um the reason why I picked that video is because I enjoyed how much she was talking about the power plays and the power dynamics and when it comes to dating or when it comes to relationships and things like that. Because that's essentially what most of this stuff is. Not dating per se, not what really dating is, not what really the game is, but that when people talk about excuse me, hold on. When people are speaking on certain things as far as like the game is like this and you got to be like this, you got to make sure that you get a woman obsessed so she can think about you no matter all the body she had, no matter all the sex that she had, the relationships she had. I should be number one in her life. I should be this guy. I got to be this guy. You got to make sure that she's thinking about you 24/7. You got to run these strategies so she can be with you, so she can be obsessed, because the woman's going monkey branch. That's essentially what the things that she was talking about. And a lot of people, especially, in the red pill, more manosphere spaces, they speak on that and having to do it because they want to have a one up over women. You don't need to have a one up over women. Trying to have a one up over women is going to get you messed up in the long run in general. So what does it mean when you're not trying to have a one up on women? What does it mean when you're not playing as a power dynamic play when you're talking to the ladies, right? What does that mean? That really just means having a conversation, seeing who she is, giving her an invitation to be within your company, and then letting her have the freedom to choose what she wants in a moment. We're not trying to make her we want her to want it, but at the same time, we're not trying to force her nor persuade her and to just be with us, right? Because even women have the same thing. And one of the things is great to see you, Scary. One of the things is that too, and I'm gonna see the comments. I'm gonna get to you guys in a few, but women do the same thing where they think that they gotta their what's in between their legs is basically the thing that is what's going to keep men around, right? Or, oh, I'm that girl, I'm that guy. Just as you were stating, that this is basically the same dynamic of how both individuals play the whole time. If listen, like it goes with like. So if you play with fear and you have fear, there's gonna be fear playing together, and you're only gonna attract each other the same way it's gonna be, because that's exactly how it's gonna play out. You don't even know that you're signaling. You think you want to just get up on a woman because you gotta play at this power dynamic. What you're really saying is that you're afraid to lose yourself. Maybe you've been hurt in the past. Maybe you had some trauma. Maybe you got your heart broken in middle school, and you're like, I can't let girls do this to me anymore. I'm done. You got all this stuff going on, and so that helps you and that makes you lead going forward in how you have dynamics in relationships with women, vice versa with the women too. And this is why I say leadership within a man is extremely powerful, because it's a domino effect. Y'all ever been with a woman before? And this happened to me where I broke a woman's heart and stuff. But at the time I was being manipulative and I was lying and stuff. But that made her think that this is what this is. So she tries to play a different game or a different card, so she doesn't have to get her heart broken again. Vice versa, with most of these men are doing the same thing. So in the dating scene, right? So there's two dating scenes in this world. There's dating scene one, there's dating scene two. Dating scene two is the surface level type of dating. Dating scene three Oh, excuse me. Dating scene one is surface level. Dating scene two is what the real dating is, the real love is, the real passion, the real sex, the real connection is. Dating one is basically playing that game that everybody talks about. People have the game messed up. What is the game? The game isn't based off of manipulation and lying or trying to control. Game is really giving is allowing freedom so that way somebody can choose if they want to be with you, right? Because most people are playing at a certain dynamic based off of scarcity and fear, and that's most of the population. World two or dating two is basically where real connection allows to happen, where there's freedom, where there's an invitation to be a part. And if you don't want to be a part, then that's it. And boundaries and a lot of self-respect that happens within dating too. But that's really the rare parts of what most people don't see what dating is. Because people are running around not trying to get their heart broken. People are like, there was this video that I watched, and this girl, like, I'm all for banter and teasing, by the way. Now let me get that straight. I'm a flirt, you know what I'm saying? I like to have fun and be spicy. But there was this woman he was talking to, and he was like, yeah, I want your number. And then she just basically she said, well, oh, you want my number? You gotta work for it. And he started trying to work for it. Never do that, by the way. We may have to do the reaction to that in the future, but never allow that to happen because that's not anything that's really gonna help you in the long run. Don't work for a woman's number. She should be working for yours. But that's when you come and position yourself when you come talk to it. But again, going into the conversation though, for this one and the power dynamics and plays, and at the end where she was talking about both people are just scared. I think when most of the people just realize that they're just afraid of of what they're really trying to put off and what they're saying and what they're playing at, then they can be more honest. But here's the thing, people are afraid of the truth, though. Let me know if you guys can hear me correctly. Can you guys hear me fine? Let me know. Let me know. Yep. I was having a conversation with myself, Giovanni says, about the mirror and this exact dynamic. Exactly. Very much. So you see power plays and shifts. You're gonna run into the mirror if you try to one up them advantage wise. Yes, absolutely. And that's the thing and that's what most people are seeing is when people have messed up dating results, when people have dating results that have a pattern, or oh my god, I was good with him, why did he leave me? Or she was great, but why did she leave me? Or we both had great chemistry, but things blew up and it's not what it is anymore. But why do we leave each other? That is essentially a mirror in your pattern. See, it goes very deep into it, and I'm not trying to get too deep with everybody here because this, you know, what I'm saying, this is if we can get into that complexities for that dynamic going further in the future. But as of right now, just know that what you do and how you say things, it always brings it. All there's always a reason why certain things happen. You can have a great time with a woman, but you're not able to maintain because the foundation of what it was wasn't really that. I remember I was speaking with a client one time, and he was telling me that he purposely ignores the woman he's talking to. And he's purposely ignoring her because he doesn't want to fall over head over heels. And he wants to make her think that he's too busy and that she has to think about him every single time. I told him to dead it basically. But with that dynamic, basically what you're saying is that you're afraid to fall head over heels. So you're really holding yourself back. And I'm not saying to fall over head or heels of a woman. Let's not get that misconstrued. But one thing that I'm saying is that if you're lying to yourself and you're trying to take away and hold things back, it's always gonna come up in the surface regardless. And having the tactic to think that I'm busy all the time, knowing damn well that you're not really that busy, is basically just saying that you're afraid and that you don't want her to see who the real you are, because the real you is actually projecting this part of insecurity in a facade and a character to play because you think this is the way to get a woman. It's not really how it is, because I guarantee you most women don't. No, not even most. Women don't like men like that, period, bro. Women like men who are able to be authentic and be able to say who they are, do what they are, and assert where they are, no matter what the cost is. What you see is what you get, but plus more. There's always the more meets the eye theory that I speak on. There's always more than what you see, of course. There's more dynamics, complexities, fun, spontaneity within the other person. Like Giovanni says, they're hiding like a motherfucker. Yes, they are. And that's the thing. Everybody's hiding. And I would even argue just a little bit too that as men stars of what we do and when we're talking to women, women will reveal who they are with a real man. Women will reveal who they are with a real star. Meaning that because and this is how deep it goes for the mirror effect, because everything is a mirror in some capacity, right? Whether that's good and bad, whether that's bad and bad, whether that's good and good. But if you show who you are, you're authentic, right? As a man, you're having fun, you're charismatic, you're charming, you're living your life, you're enjoying the experience that you guys are having within the 30 to an hour, whatever the case is. That can signal to her that she can also be herself and be authentic and open up to you. When you're opening up and you're having in-depth conversations with the lady, she can have that too, even if she's a bit anxious. And I'm not saying you got to talk about all these traumas and past bad behaviors. I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is that once you show who you are, right, you're just showing up in the world, no matter what it is, who says this, who watches this. It's just you and I right now in this moment. Who cares around who's around us? But when you get to be real and honest, women can, that signals to a lady that she can also be real and honest. I've had multiple dynamics with women where I was able to bring them out of their shell. Not because, listen to what I'm saying, not because I'm out here trying to ask her questions, right? I'm not trying to be like, so, what's your deeper, darker secret? What's your thing? Like, what are you so afraid of? I'm not here asking her none of that. But what I'm doing is having a conversation. If she says, "How's your day going?" I can answer that. If she's asking me, "What do you do for work?" Well, I'd rather not talk about what I do for work. That's a conversation that happens, all the time, especially in business. I'd rather just enjoy our conversation right now and talk about us and just talk about the music that's playing. That's really my focus of right now. I'm not really into answering those questions. Even that right there is signaling it off that it's not just going to be a surface level conversation, right? It's not going to be an interview conversation. I'm not here to be interviewed. If I want to be interviewed, I'll go down the street if I want to. You know what I'm saying? But that right there signals to her that she's able to pull herself out of the shell, or maybe too, that she can have great conversation with an individual. Right now, that's not saying it's going to happen with every single woman, because some women can only go to the level that they're at, and two, some women don't want to see that from you. Some women don't want to open up that part with you, and that just is what it is. She's doing that, and hey, listen, this was great, but I'm gonna continue to move on because this is not really my type of vibe. I'm not really enjoying this. I'd rather enjoy something else where it can be some more depth and have fun with it, because I don't want nothing that's too stiff. I don't know about everybody else, but that's the thing that I wanted to say, because being open and being honest and authentic of who you are as a man really opens up doors, not only for just women, but for people around you to be open and authentic, to have more depth to themselves. There's a video I seen a while ago, and it was basically saying it takes one person to rise for a whole tide to come after, something like that. And that's basically a job, and that's what men provide. Is that it's safety, but it's also fun and dangerous, within that dynamic, because it's the safety part is saying I know he's not gonna judge me, and I know I can have a conversation with him, and I feel secure enough to talk about and open up. The dangerous part is, what if I open up and I talk to him about a couple of things, and he kind of sees me a certain way, or like, this is dangerous, a little fun, this is something different. I'm getting the butterflies, and this is a whole different dynamic. But that's really on the other of world two, well, dating two, excuse me, of what connection is like. We're not gonna, I don't wanna, I'm not trying to connect on a level to where we gotta talk on some interviews and stuff. I don't need to hide myself. Does that mean that I need to show who I am in the first date? This is what I do, this is what I do. Hell no. This just means that I'm just gonna enjoy my time, and because I'm the source of connection for me, you will then connect with me, because I'm attracting the connection. And if you don't want, and if you don't want that, then that's fine. But that's the video that I really wanted to speak on, because again, people have most of the dating scene messed up, and that's fine. Let the people have the dating scene messed up. This Friday, I'm gonna have a special guest, and we're gonna basically be talking about the art of AI, and how the internet is it ruining love, or is it making love better? Is it making the dating scene good, or is it making the dating scene worse? And I'm really gonna be tackling on that, and I do have a special guest that's gonna help me, and we're gonna be talking about that together, going back and forth on it. And when we speak on it, it's going to really tie into these type of dynamics, whether it's good or bad and what's going on. But again, I will say this for the sake of this reaction and conversation that we're having. It's good that most people are playing in those dynamics in world one, dating one, let me say, because when they come across an individual who can be in dating two, they can see that they can open up for things. But I also will say, Don't go out of your way to try to open the lady up. Let her want to open up because she wants that in the moment. Now I'm gonna be playing another video. Who's in the building? Let me see who's in this chat. Spam some stars. Let's get some stars in this building. Great to see everybody. It's your host, All-Star Izzy. Again, I'm not gonna be on here for too long. I got one more video that I'm gonna play for you guys. And before I even play the video, I will say this. This is something that I've been just talking about in general, especially in the beginning of my when I started to, go live more. I was talking about young vicious tigers, and I was talking about why you need to disapproach women, why you need to go after what you want. And I've spoken to women in person, right, where I've approached them, especially women who have intimidating faces, when they have like a RBF and people are like, guys like, damn, like she looks so intimidating, I can't walk up to her. I've approached women like that. They've always given me a great conversation where it was just like, damn, I can't believe you approached me. Why did you approach me? Moral of the story is good looking women don't get approached all the time, bro. I think it's really the most beautiful ones too, the most prettiest ones. Great to see you, my dog Johnny Copperhollers in the building. But some of the prettiest women, the ones that you see, good body shape and all that, don't be getting approached. And if they do, it's like indirectly being approached. And bro, pretty women want to be approached. And we're gonna be watching this video for this lady that's been speaking on. Let's go ahead and get into this. Great to see everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into this conversation. We in this thing, man. Hold on.
So I saw this video the other day and I thought it was so funny because I related to it so much. There was a woman and she was out with her friends and she was like, someone better hit on me tonight. I'm sick of this. And I was like, man, I feel you so much. Because I never get hit on in person. Like I get a lot of messages online and stuff and I'm single, so I'm on dating apps. But just like at the grocery store, men don't just come over and say hi, like, how are you doing? They don't do that anymore. And so when I do meet men and I ask them, I tell them like, I don't usually get hit on in person. Would you, if you saw me at the store or wherever, would you come talk to me? And sometimes they say yes, but a lot of times they say no. And it's usually for one or two reasons. The first reason is because they assume I'm not single, which like, sir, I'm walking around here with a ring-free hand. Like, why are you over there assuming things? But the second reason is because they said that women find it too aggressive and they don't like it. And I'm like, who are these women? Like all the women I know, the single women, they appreciate it when a man is respectful and they come over and say, hi, you look nice or whatever. Because if we're out and we're dressed up, we look nice because we made an effort. And we appreciate it when men or hell, even women, a fellow female comes and tells you you look nice. So I'm trying to encourage you because I feel like men are scared of rejection, but let me tell you, the world is full of rejection. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try. And I will say that most women, they're not going to growl at you for telling them that they look nice or saying hi. I'm not saying none of them will, but let's be honest. If you say hi, you look nice to a woman, she growls at you, she did you a favor by showing you the crazy up front. Because that could be 6 months down the line and then you see that crazy monster. I'm just saying. I mean, she could just be having a bad day, but if she's going to be rude about you telling her she looks nice, she's probably not a nice person. So just leave that one be. But for the rest of us, we appreciate a respectful man coming over and saying hi. And if we show signs of not being interested, no sweat off your nose. Keep it moving. It's not that serious. But on the other hand, you guys could really connect and be on a date next week. So I say all that to say this. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if you see that beautiful woman, go take your shot. Go take it. She's over there waiting for you to tell her how beautiful she looks tonight, okay? Go forth, be bold, and flirt. And come say hi. Just say hi, wave, smile. It all works.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. A lot in there. A lot in there. Yeah, it's great to see Aryan. I believe that's how you say the name. If not, let me know. Yes, she was tripping anyways. So I see, listen, I love videos like that. I love women motivating men because men are gonna eat the comments up. They're gonna be in them comments talking about you're right, but this and that. And you get to really see how men truly think, right? If you're afraid of dating and approaching women, just look at the comments sometimes. Of course, I want you to have that confidence within yourself. But look at them comments, bro. I think I was looking at the comments. I should have took some screenshots and put it up here. But a lot of them comments, a lot of the guys are saying, but what if it's like this? But I'm too nervous, or maybe she might be the love of my life. She's too pretty. That's the whole point. Listen, She's an attractive lady. Like in the beginning, like she was saying what I said even before we played it. She was talking about when she's with guys, would you approach me in the grocery store? Some guys say yes, some guys said no, because they're afraid of how aggressive it is. It's only it's on let me say this. And if we got any ladies in the chat, make yourself known and talk about how you like to be approached. And or say if I'm wrong or right. But here's the thing. If you're approaching a lady, right? Don't be creepy. Listen, this we finna role play. All right, say less. All right, bet. So boom. I'm finna be my name. What's a creepy ass name? I'm gonna say like Jonah. Okay, boom. I'm finna be Jonah. Right. This is a creepy, weird, aggressive way to approach a woman. Hey, hey, you look really pretty today. What's your name? You know, going back and forth, shaking up a little bit. Yeah. I just wanted to let you know that you look really pretty. Saying it again. Lester. Oh yeah. Fucking Lester. God damn, that's an ugly name. But if there's any Lesters out there, I appreciate you. And if you want you a star, then that star. I'm just talking about the name itself. Anyways, yeah, what's your name? Hi, I'm Lester. You look really pretty. You know, and you know, like there and hold on. Actually, let's really get into the character. You know what I'm saying? Let's really get into the character. Hold on, I got you. Hey, how you doing? My name's Lester. You look, and then like hands are like this a little bit. You look really pretty. Like check out the body language though. You look really pretty. You're just really pretty, and I just want to stop by to say that you're really pretty. Do you want to go out sometime, Lester? You got no energy. You got no swag, bro. That's weird. That's creepy. Women don't like weird and creepy. You know, there was a guy who commented on one of my videos the other day, and he basically said, "I've been seeing this girl at the gas station that I go to all the second time. No eye contact, no energy, exactly. And and the eye contact is so crazy. Like he looking like this. I can't even do that. It's gonna fuck my eyes up. No energy, scared, shaking up, voice shaking. Here's the thing." I would rather you still approach, especially if you're new to approaching women. I'd rather you still approach women, even if you're a little bit shaky, because I need you to get over that shit. I need you to get over your shakiness. I need you to get over your fear of getting rejected. I need you to get over of the exposure of what's gonna happen. Because it's not as big as you think. It's all in your mind. Anyways, this gentleman had commented on one of my videos and he said, "Hey, All Star, I have been approaching with there's a woman that I've been seeing at a gas station for a couple of weeks now. She looks really pretty. What should I say to her?" Firstly, I told him this is what I'm gonna do first and foremost. Never wait to approach a woman for weeks at a gas station because now you're weird and weak. Because this is exactly what you're talking about when they're talking about but women think it's too aggressive or too creepy. No, it's not. First of all, women love when men take initiative. Even if she's a little bit off put by it and she still says no, she likes the fact that she still got rejected. Listen, women like to be desired, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Women like to also be captivated by the man that they want, of course. But the thing too is with this is that you never wait weeks, months, days to approach a woman. When you see something that you like or that you want to know because you're like, damn, let me see what that is and let me try to extend my invitation. And let me talk first. Go for it then and there. Because then now you're waiting all this time and now you're being creepy and weird. Now firstly, you probably are creepy and weird. That's why you took too long. You're afraid. You're scared. You're pedestalizing the lady. No matter what any of these women say, my dog Reynaldo, what's up, bro? No matter what these women say, is that women women do not like creepy men, and women don't really like to be on a pedestal. Now, I'm not saying don't you can that doesn't mean you can't compliment her when she's being sexy, doing some sexy shit, taking the invitation. That doesn't mean you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But what it's really saying is like one of the things is that if you try to pedestalize her more than above yourself, she already knows that you're weak in a sense. But weak meaning that you're willing to do whatever she says. And she may take your offer up, but just because of what you're able to provide and can give her, and she knows she can steer the boat. Women don't want that. Scarlett says if you don't do it the first time you see her, then you're better off not doing it at all. And that's 1000%. But that's what goes back into this is because most of the guys in general, when it comes to dating, approaching women, it's all in your mind already, Playboy. It's all in your mind of how you feel about how that lady is. Like even the last live I was talking about, I was saying that when men get head over heels, just always realize that you're the one that's creating the experience. These feelings are coming from you. She's just like a byproduct of what you think it should be pedestalized. So vice versa when approaching women. She was, first of all, to me, she was attractive. I would have, if we were if we were at like a little, you know what I'm saying, club, bar, something like that, I would have talked to her for sure. That would have been an interesting dynamic because she would have, when I talk to older women, they're always saying, "You look young. I could be old enough to be a mom." Yeah, shut the hell up and come talk to me. Get close, you sexy ass. Anyways, basically to say is that women want to be approached, and men shouldn't be afraid that to approach a lady, no matter how good she looks. Cause like this lady that was just saying, like I was telling everybody, women attractive women hardly get approached, bro, because they're either thinking that they're too bougie, they need to be rich, they need to that you need to have all this money first before this, that they already have somebody that they're talking to. And guess what? Even if she does, how do you even know? This is how you really know that all of this comes within your mind and who you are and how do you think about yourself. You're the one that's controlling the narrative and you're the one that's creating your outcome. So what is the outcome that you want? Are you going to be afraid by not going about what you want and have paralysis? Or are you going to be afraid and still approach and still talk? Like I said, bro, I would rather you much be more shaky and afraid while talking and approaching a woman than not do it at all because I need men to understand. Because listen, still listen to what I'm saying, but forget what I'm saying right now. Because at the end of the day, you can listen to what I'm saying, but you can be like, but you got it easy. I remember some guys was in my comments talking about, well, you got it easy. You look good like this. You look like a model. Like men are telling me I was looking like a model, bro. And this is no BS. You look good like this. Look at your skin. Look at your hair. Like you look like that. Yeah. And I'm like, it's not even about that. It's not a listen. Yes, definitely good for yourself and all that. But I'm saying, listen, you're already defeating yourself. But as you're defeating yourself and think about what she thinks she needs to see, you're already taking yourself out the game. If you're scared, then do it scared. Exactly. Self go to say people need to hear that shit. That's what I'm saying. But that's the thing, what I'm talking about. I need you, I need men to see, because shit, was I out there one time? Yes. I'm talking about squealing in my boots, walking up, talking to girls that I want to like, and I'm not even saying I'm just approaching women, just to approach them. I was talking to the ones that I really thought was pretty in my eyes. And that shit got me, I was terrified when I was approaching women. I was hi, bro. I remember I was like, it was like what I was like, fucking 18, bro. I approached this girl. I was talking to her, and when and when I talked to her, I was like, "Hey, I was like, hi, I'm Isaac." Like my, I was scared as fuck. But like when I was saying, "Hi, I'm Isaac," like my my voice got so low when I said, "Hey, is my name," because my heart was beating. And then after that, she didn't fuck with me. I mean, of course, she was like, "No, I got a boyfriend." I was like, "Okay, cool." But anyways, when I read like, I was like, "Damn!" Like all this shit is really in my mind because I'm like, "Why am I like?" I started questioning why am I pedestalizing her or why am I making this more than what it needs to be? The reason is it could be fear of rejection, fear of being seen, even fear of success too. Because if you get what exactly what you want, people get afraid of that because they're like, how can this actually work? It can work because you are the source to make it work. And once you understand that, and it doesn't have to be on such a deep level because there's levels to the shit, right? But it can be on the level to where acceptance and embracement, the ugliest motherfuckers got the baddest women. Exactly because they know. That's what I'm. And the thing is too, bro. Like she's saying, she's out here encouraging men to be like, go out there, go forth and be bold. Yes, please do. Okay, you had me and you had a woman just say it. Two women, matter of fact, just said the things that I've been saying. Right. And I'm only bringing it here because, I love when women reinforce the things that I say, and I love hearing about what the women's that I got to say. You know what I'm saying? It's really nice to hear. Shout out to the lovely ladies, by the way, who, know about this, who also promote the game and promote what it really is. I get it. I shout out to y'all. But also too, when women are encouraging men, they're trying to encourage you to stop being a little female dog. You got to stop being a bitch dog. You got to stop being weak. You got to stop being soft. She was see, the women are saying it in such kind ways. Oh no, just do it, just do it. If you want to hear it from man, you need to stop being soft. Get out of your head and get in the goddamn game. Get off of those bleachers and get them cleats on. Tie up your fucking shoes and go talk to that girl. Because if you don't, you're gonna be on the sidelines just like everybody else. Are you wanting to be in the sidelines or yelling at the player, being like, "You should have said this to her. You should have told her she's beautiful." I'm gonna look at you like this, and then I'm gonna get back in the game and talk to her, and then we're gonna end up holding hands walking away. Who knows? Probably smash. Anyways, Whole point of these two videos that I'm really bringing up is because, firstly, people have the game messed up. The game is, people think they know the game based on the experiences of what happened, but it creates a fear of outcome. That's not what the game is. Game is love and freedom. Can there be fear? Yes, but in the polarity to know that I see that there could be fear in this moment, but what can I do with it? That's your freedom. That's your choice. You get a choice in every situation that you're in, and every time that you're living in this life, every time that you're waking up, understand that you're making a choice every single day. Every single day, you're creating an outcome every single moment. You are learning something every single time. So, and here's the thing: I'm not even talking about go talk to women. Listen, go talk to that shorty, but I want you to show you that there is more than what you think their life is, and you can even hear it from me too. The things that I'm saying this Saturday, I'm having a woman come up to my platform, and we're gonna be having a conversation about love and relationships, about sex, and we're also gonna be having men that can talk to her, men that can call up, men that can ask questions. Because here's the thing, listen, bro, this is what we do in the All-Star Lifestyle. We're done with the shit. We're done with that little small period. You want to come up here, you want to have a conversation with a lady, you want to get right, you want to get better. That's exactly what it's going to do. We're here to empower ourselves. I'm here to empower you so you know you can be empowered. And it doesn't matter if you mess up. It doesn't matter if you were in a 4-year relationship and now you feel rusty. It don't matter. Get yourself in the game, okay? Because you don't want to be a part of what these women are talking about. Like the first woman talking about power dynamics. Why do you even want a power dynamic over a woman? Why do you want to control her? I don't care about controlling her. I'm controlling me and what I have and controlling the uncontrollable. And I learned this last night too when it comes to controlling the uncontrollable. What does that mean? That really just means being able to focus on the things that you want to focus and control your reactions. Obviously, it's very simple. And then on the other side, where the lady was talking about how men are afraid to, and she's go, man, go, man, go. But she's really saying that y'all weak though, you know? I don't want y'all to be a part of what any of them are talking about. So this was the basis of the reason why I wanted to bring these to y'all. I've been creepy at least twice to having some of my Lester shit. Ooh, Lester. Creep Lester. But I mean, at least you know and can move forward from it. Because truthfully, bro, and I say this with all love to the ladies, right? This is no hate, because you know I don't ever hate women. Look at my background. I got 2 lovely ladies right next to me, left and right. I love you. You know what I mean? But women ain't shit, okay? And I'm not saying that to undermine them. I'm not saying that they ain't no human. I'm just saying that what you think about them isn't really as much as you really think it is, bro. It's really all in your head until you start to see it and you start to experience too. Because one thing I'm gonna say before I go ahead and leave off, let's go ahead and get some stars in the chat. It's your boy All Star Izzy. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this out. Just like so. A lot of guys need to hear this shit. Share this out. So give it to one of your exes. Give it to a current dude who's boring and talking to you. Same for everybody, because this is the stuff that people do need to hear. But anyways, to see is to believe, but to know is to grow. You can only see as far what you thought you saw, and the best ways to know is to put yourself in there and look at things for what they are and not for what you want them to see. My name is All Star Izzy. Shout out to everybody in the building. Excuse me, growing up, my grandpa would look at me weird if I didn't introduce myself to women around me. That's real. That's real, but that's just some man shit. That's just some star shit. You want to be an all-star, you got to be able to understand these things and what comes with it. We are in the building. Great to see everybody. Thank you for being here. That's going to be my time for today. I am going to still be going live later tonight, but this is something that was new. Shout out to my dog, Boxing Dave, for the outro. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thank you again for everybody in this bitch. We are out of here. Until next time, remember, we are in this thing. And also, to shine within is to shine without. Peace, peace, peace.
It's young Izzy in the so I'm about my money, ain't no switch. Only care about the shit I can't control, I ain't no bitch. Always be with the inside, that's why you see me getting rich. Focus on your paper, why you always worry about a kid? Fucking all these hoes, bitch, turn around, cause I don't do no missionary. Gossiping to bitches by young Izzy, that shit super scary. Are you okay? I see you jealous, I'm a star like Terry. Stopping all this energy, I started like a parrot. R.I.P. to Prima, promise that I'll make you proud. When they young and coming through, I'ma shut it down. If you don't believe me, then just watch the crowd. Shouting naked, busting that shit up on the ground. taking it so